morning once again. My name is Koy, TSK for short. So today I'm going to talk about assumption. So at one point in our lives, we're going to make assumption. We like to assume things without knowing the full pictures. We like to speculate. We like to have answers or perceptions in our mind without even clarifying. So this is a lot of mistakes that we do. Me, I'm no exception. I do make these mistakes a lot of times. So I'm going to share with you 3 of my personal stories and 1 of my friend's story today to bring across the point of like why everyone wants to make mistake, or like the implications of not making mistake, of making assumption. Okay, so first and foremost, my wife loves to travel. So in order to travel, you need to have a passport, right? In order to have a passport, the most important thing is actually your photo. So being the very miserable, petty self, I don't go to take a photo with a professional studio or whatever. I use the handphone, then I look like being kidnapped because there are 2 lines coming in. Okay? So you know what I mean, right? So I took a photo of myself in YCA. Okay, so this is a photo of myself. Okay, my photo was rejected. The email to me was saying that I need to see your shoulders. Okay? Fair enough, you want to see my shoulders? And because I was telecommuting at home, I don't usually wear clothes at home, so I took this photo. You want to see my shoulders? Somehow I realized I got this problem because I'm taking a selfie of myself. I cannot take far enough shoulders. I just show you a bit of my shoulders. Then the person still replied to me, "So sorry, inappropriate attire. I need to see a collar." So I replied to the person, "I'm not in any attire." And I was very, very tempted to say, "You can actually see my collarbone, so what do you mean this here?" Okay? So after that, I finally got through to what they are trying to tell me. So this is actually my passport. So the other assumption that I made is actually, try not to do things by yourself, because this doesn't look like me. All the immigration officer will ask me, "Is this you?" Of course it's me, I'm holding the passport, I'm passing it to you. Of course it's me, so he wants me to give all the particulars. So first and foremost, don't assume literally. Whatever the words tell you, you have to find out fully, what is happening. Okay. Then the second story I'd like to share with you is that I'm working at a Republic Polytechnic. I do some of the Marcom. So we have to deal with designer, and you know that some of the designers are very artsy. Okay, they have design. Okay, so being my usual jovial self, I like to call people by different names. Okay, when I see my Malay friends, I call them Abang. Okay, I see my friends, I call them BF, and best friend forever, or Bob, best of brothers. Okay, something like that. So I was trying to get across to work with this particular designer. So I thought maybe by calling him some of nicer name other than just first name policy, which help me bridge the connection so that this person could actually help me better in terms of, because sometimes when you tell designers to shift these things here and there, they will tell you, "Hey, you don't know what is arts, like. This is arts, this is design." Okay, so I'll try and do that. So I will not tell you what I actually called the person, but this is his name. Okay, so but when I sent out the email, my colleague shouted and screamed at me, "Tan Song Koy, come to my desk now." Okay, and I will tell you what I actually call him. He said, "There's only one Christ in this world, and he is not going to reply your email." Basically, his name is called Christopher. I typed I wanted to say dear Chris, but in the end I typed dear Christ. Okay, but somehow it worked to my benefit because I think he found the email quite humorous, and we were able to work quite. So don't assume culturally, because sometimes we go to different places and different countries. People call themselves each other different names. Like, I don't know why down under they like to call mate, especially when down under and mating sounds quite but never mind. Okay, so the last the third personal story of myself. I'm a very lazy person, coupled with a mix of I'm not exactly bright, so my spelling ability is very, very bad. Okay, so I always count on technology to help me because spelling is one of my weaknesses. Okay, so on this day, I was sending this email to all 5 polytechnics regarding the advertising and promotion plan. So it's a very serious email. Okay, I was very happy that when you do the spell check, it doesn't show you anything. That means all the spelling is actually correct. Okay, so when I sent it out, so everything was nice and rosy, but the next moment I received an email from my boss. Okay, and my boss is exactly like me, very jovial, very happy-go-lucky, and can talk about every single thing. Okay, so I was actually quite proud of myself for spelling this word correctly. Okay, you don't know what is this word? Yeah. Don't know, right? Actually, my intention was to tell the 5 polytechnics, this is the implementation. So my boss replied to the email telling me, so what are you going to implant your body? And CC all my polytechnic colleagues. So it's like, but we have a good laugh about this. So don't assume that technology will always come to your aid. This is a good example of when sometimes technology doesn't work in your favor, because I did spell implantation correctly, okay, and the email was successfully sent to the 5 polytechnics. So somehow, and my boss also successfully sent that same exact email to the 5 colleagues. Okay, so the last story is a story about my friend. My friend used to work at Comfort Delgro, the Singapore bus company, 7 years ago. So he is very enthusiastic person in the sense that whatever the boss asks him to do, he will do it almost immediately, without question asked. Okay, so he's the sort of, we like to call him like so-called like lackey or unite in the not so nice way. So he's also like me, very professional person. Okay? So whatever the boss wants it, he'll get it done. Okay, so there was this day, the boss wanted to get a very big stapler. You know, not the usual stapler that you can staple a few pieces of paper. The big ones where there's a lever that you can actually attach together a chunk of paper. So the boss sent an email to him, can you go and get a stapler for me? This size, this function. And he straight away immediately went to get the stapler, come back. The boss had only one question for him. Okay? And the question was, do you have common sense? So my friend was quite shocked. Boss, you wanted this within half an hour, you couldn't find this stapler, I bought it for you, everything was done perfectly. Why are you asking me this question? Because the boss said, I asked you to buy the stapler, you bought the stapler, but you didn't buy any bullets. Okay, so what do you want me to do with the thing? So my last story, I would like to highlight a point is that, don't assume that mutually, both of you know what each other wants. Your boss wants you to do certain things. He assumed that you have the common sense to buy the peripherals that goes with it. You may have other thinking saying that because your boss wants you to do A, then you just do A. Okay? I think as public servants, we like to do this a lot because in terms of procurement. Okay? Last but not least, you will assume that I will give a quote from a very wonderful person, but no. I'm going to show you this quote, and this somehow sums up my story about assumption. Everyone assumed that Hillary Clinton is going to be the next US president, but it didn't happen. All the opinion polls were wrong, all the scholars were wrong. So with that, thank you so much for your time.